I met Alice in 2005. She was one of the many, many girls that we interviewed who were struggling with what had happened to her while she was in captivity with the LRA. She had been forced to kill her sister, who she had been abducted together with and who had tried to escape. It was a common tactic of the rebels to force children to kill other children who tried to escape in order to install fear in them and discipline. So Alice had been forced to make a choice between her own life or that of her sisters, and she participated in killing her sister, and she later escaped, but for years afterwards she has had this haunting. Dreams, constant dreams, her sister appearing to her, asking her, "Why did you do this?" She's since gone on and had children, and some of the dreams she has is her sister coming back and asking her, "Why should you be the one who have children and lead this life when you denied it to me?" So Alice really wanted to go through one of these local African resolution processes, which would allow her to speak to the spirit of her dead sister and ask her for forgiveness. The problem is that a lot of the elders actually fear these children. They fear that the kind of haunting and well, they describe it as a madness that happens to them after they come out of the bush will also extend and contaminate them. So Chen is the phenomenon of being haunted by the spirits of the dead, or people who died wrongly. There's an intimate connection in northern Uganda amongst the people between the living and the dead, a deep connection with the ancestor world whom they believe guide them in life about moral decisions, about what's right and what's wrong. And so they have a deep respect for the ancestors, for those who have died. And the ancestors can intervene in the living world to try and correct wrongdoings. So one of the things is if someone has died poorly, that spirit will come and possess or haunt the person until they correct the wrongs that they have done. So Alice feels that she is being haunted by, or has Chen haunted by her sister, who wants her to correct the things that she has done wrong. Alice went to over 8 different spiritual healers to try and help her to speak to her sister. She had contact with her sister several times. But what she really needs is the elders, her local leaders, to give her guidance, to help her to come to terms with what she did, and to go through a series of processes that would allow her to feel like she is paid the kind of respect she needs to pay to her sister and move on with her life. Unfortunately, the elders are, after generations of war, they're beaten down, there's corruption, and they're fearful. They're fearful of getting involved in processes like this. So to this date, and what haunts actually me and my team is we wrote that field note in 2005, and to this date, Alice still has no resolution. We go back and visit her frequently, but it's still something that looms large in her life. We know she's tried to take her own life and that of her kids on more than one occasion because she can't bear to live with it. One of the things we have done, it's a little off track, but is my team and I got so fed up of working with so many girls like Alice or boys who've come back and are just struggling and seem to have no social or economic networks, that privately we began fundraising and at least providing, meeting basic needs of some of these kids. So we founded something called Peace Girl, and we've done a bunch of awareness raising events here in Canada. And we've been able to channel material assistance to people like Alice so she can at least go to school, her kids can go to school, and they have some bit of hope in their future.